Now, Jim, what we do during these 5 good minutes is I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You have 3 seconds to answer, and then I move on. This is meant for you to be able to just say, speak, talk about something right off the top of your head. And again, that space is about how long you have to start your answer, but I will absolutely let you finish whatever it is that your thought is. Fair enough?
Good. Sounds good.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm
Okay.
nervous,
This
but
is my good. I'm glad because you're so good under pressure, right?
yeah. Yeah.
This is the part where you sip
But
your
that's the pressure because everyone knows I'm good under pressure. That's pressure.
I mean, you are a Queen song. All right, you ready?
Okay.
5 minutes on the clock here. And by the way, I really do put 5 minutes on the clock. And as soon as I can figure out all of my video stuff, I will actually put up 5 minutes on the video. Who knows? You may be the first one. All right, here we go. Jim Lanahan with 5 good minutes. All right, Jim, you ready?
Ready.
Great. What is your favorite chakra?
The one right here between my eyes.
Well versed as well. Fantastic. Iced or hot coffee?
I mean iced.
Are you sure? Even on a day like today?
It's an amateur question. Yes.
Okay, amateur. Well, they're called softballs.
Sorry.
What is the one regret you had in theater?
That I could not make it work with that one legendary diva.
Love that answer. By the way, you're going to stick around for 3 good minutes afterwards for my members. How about the place in the world you haven't been to yet, but you are absolutely going?
Italy.
Favorite place you've been that you tell everybody about?
Tokyo.
Favorite boss of all time?
Chris Kroenke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brandon.
Totally set you up on that. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
She is, though, and I tell her all the time. She was the legendary boss. I could not have asked for more. Yeah,
awesome. I love that you're honoring her. Where is what's the next step in terms of your career? What's the next step after theater? After theater management?
I don't know. Probably business owner.
I like that a lot. No names. What is the worst position a client has put you in?
Asking me to lie for them.
Oh, good one. East Coast or West Coast?
These days, West Coast.
Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Dunkin'.
I know. Listen, pumpkin spice forever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not down with that, but you can be. All right. How do you feel your mother will show you who she is after she's gone? What sign is she going to give you?
She's going to come to me at bedtime, I think. And I will see her and hear her when I'm falling asleep.
Who's your secret celebrity crush? Or who's the celebrity crush that you just can't you'll always have as a crush?
I think it's so random, but Jesse Bradford. It's worth a Google.
It's worth a Google.
Yeah.
He's apparently your little secret.
Yeah.
More than one level. All right. Job that you wish you always had, but you haven't had a chance to have yet.
I want to work for Oprah and make dreams come true.
Don't you know Oprah? Didn't you actually produce one of her shows?
I produced a show, yeah, but it was like 3 steps of separation. But I met her 3 or 4 times.
That's cool. Well, that was going to be my next question. Who's the most famous person you've met?
Oh, Oprah or Tony Bennett.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. By the way, I kind of thought you would say that. What do you want your legacy to be?
I want everybody to remember a time they were talking to me and they felt like I was singularly focused on them. I always try to leave every interaction with a positive result.
When was the last time you meditated?
Oh my God, way too long ago, like 3 or 4 months. It's a real problem.
Oh my God, really? 3 or 4 months? How are you a life coach?
I know, it's a problem.
Favorite find you've ever had at a secondary store?
Oh my God, probably my lucite ice bucket that I picked up a few weeks ago. And then it turned out that the person that donated it was my realtor here in Palm Springs.
Shut up.
And she said, I could have just given it to you. And I was like, this is the circle of life. So next time I'm just going to go to her house and go shopping.
And by the way, that's worth a follow on your Instagram alone, just when you
Yeah.
go thrifting. Your thrift days are amazing. What advice would you give to somebody that asks for just help? Just asking for help. What's your best
Mm,
advice? Where do you start?
I think they need to call me. I don't know where to start with that. I need to know more.
Oh, so you want to discuss it through. You're about to write a book. What is it going to be about?
It's all the Broadway secrets that are in my head that people would plots over the
No
years.
names, no names, but give us the vibe of one of those secrets.
I was at a party once, at a famous director choreographer's house, and I saw multiple people doing multiple things, illegal and otherwise,
Of
on
course.
balconies and pool tables.
Listen, you've lived a life. And by the way, that is sometimes the best life coaches. And that's why we call this the 5 good minutes. All right, we're gonna finish strong, and we're gonna do two things with this. We're gonna start to wrap up, and then once I'm gonna stop the recording, and then I'm gonna start it again for our members. And by the way, if you want to see
Cool.
that coverage, I'm gonna ask a very specific question, and it's still kind of in private. You have to be a member in order to see it. But listen, I also wrap up the show with what I call the heart tap. And if you watch anything that I do on Whiskey and Bagels and any of the other stuff, the heart tap, which means something very important to me, because it came from a place of being able to say, the heart tap is like, just because we're not together doesn't mean I can't give you the heart tap. So I want you to think about who you want to dedicate your heart tap to. It can be more than one person, it can be a group of people, it can be whoever it is that you want to. But what you're doing is you're wishing them well and you're letting them know you love and care for them. So who do you want to give out your heart tap to?
I have a lot of friends that are losing parents lately, and
Yeah.
expectedly and unexpectedly. But in the past week, two friends lost their parents completely unexpectedly.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm at that age where all my friends are just starting to feel the struggle of caregiving and or feeling grief over loss. And
Yeah.
I think it's a really specific, an age specific thing that
Yeah.
I'm acknowledging more and more.
And it's amazing. One of those things that, you get to that part in life where maybe you went through what you went through so you could be the strong one for them. And I
Yeah.
see you do that over and over again. And,
Mhm.
I'm giving my heart tap to you because I see you doing the work and you help so many people. And I see those comments and I know where they come from. And you are that beacon, you are that lighthouse for them, whether you signed up for it or not. You play the role so well, that it's kind of like that Broadway. When Robin Williams would get a script and they'd say, well, we wrote it with you in mind. He was like, well, I guess I have to take it then.
Mm,
And that's you. That's you. You're
mm,
like, well, okay, I guess I have to be this person for you. And I see you do it over and over again. So,
mm.
mm,
Thank
s-
you.
so we're going to
Thank you.
wrap up the Stream of Consciousness podcast with a heart tap. And Jim, go ahead. Say who you're giving this out to again.
To everybody who's struggling with caregiving of elderly parents and people that have lost parents and elder loved ones this year.
Awesome. That's
So
awesome. Well, we give each other the heart tap to tell one another we care and love for each other and remind you to simply keep going. Thanks so much, Jim. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You're one of my favorite people,
thanks,
humans.
Brandon.
Well,
Love you.
one of my favorite humans. I'm sorry, I don't mean to degrade you, but that's I wasn't in your clique.